What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here in Warframe, Shifting Sands. This is going to be the full run, as I promised you guys when I did the tactical alerts quick overview. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I am here for your entertainment as always. Alright, so let's break this down here. It took me about 15 minutes to get this thing set up to be able to get into the mission. And then I got lucky where I was able to start the play button and obviously be the host and the one in charge. So, I am running just three things here. I have Shade, I have Saryn, and I have the Tetra, which I am working on the Tetra right now. I'm 3 Forma into the Tetra. I will actually be doing 4 Forma, just so I can utilize all the slots the way I want to. And when I am done with that, we will have a build. And I guarantee you that weapon that you see in this is just awesome. Anyway, and it's of course not something that people really think about too much. I know we've all put that weapon to the side, so I may be able to bring that back into your brains. Anyway, so here's what we did. I had a really high conclave rating, and mind you, I start out here with only being a level 20 Saryn, or 19, and then it became 20, and I start out with a fairly low Saryn, so it made it a little bit easier for me to mod properly, I guess, if you will, for this. Or I wouldn't say properly, but mod something decent for this. Because obviously the higher she is, the higher conclave she will be. When I actually exit this and I'm like rank 27 with Saryn, I end up gaining almost 30 points in the conclave. So in order to go back in here with Saryn, I actually have to change my setup as it is again to make this happen. But so let me throw this on the screen for you. So Saryn's setup was just like this at the rank 20 that I did. You could probably adjust the maximum of these a bit, drop the vitality down a little bit or something like that if you need to. So yeah, I've got Energy Siphon. That is a forward slot. Molt and Miasma, the only two things that I have on here, and hopefully I said that right. Flow, Intensify, Streamline, and Vitality. That's it. That's all I need for this. I need the Intensify for the Miasma. I need the Streamline and the Flow, of course, to get me the maximum amount of power and efficiency. All for that AoE. And then Vitality to keep myself alive. And sometimes I'll utilize Molt in heavy situations. I'll drop her and keep running. In terms of Shade, I went in here and I really had to drop Shade down. So I've got a basic Sanctuary, Redirection Vitality. It's absolutely a passive build. There is no gun on here. So that was just something else that I had to consider. And that's it. Then we got the Coolant Leak, which I love running Coolant Leak, Ghost, Regen, Guardian. I'm not going to show you my Tetra build right now because, like I said, I'm working on it and I don't want to give anything away yet. Too early. But, yeah, now, the thing is, you're going to probably laugh at this. I came in here and I totally forgot that I have to pick up those little power cores and whatnot within this mission. So I'm carrying a primary and I totally forgot that I should have actually been running a secondary or a melee, but I actually turned off my melee. And obviously didn't bring a secondary, so I made this a little more challenging on myself, but I figured it's alright because obviously I had Saryn, and I'm working on Saryn build, so I think I will actually have something really good with just an Energy Siphon as 1 Forma for this, and I think you guys will really like it. I may have a couple of different setups with it. But this thing is just, she's just insane. I'm actually glad that I was working on her when this event came out, because it's totally different than what a lot of people would think of using. And I'm definitely trying to do things a little bit differently. I've had a couple people say, hey, can you do some different frames, try different things out, and that's what we're doing now. That's what we are doing. Trying to, yeah, just trying to spice things up a bit, as I always do. Hey, also, if you guys haven't seen it yet, Janzer put out a quick little video as well. Nice little update on the event, and he talked about all the details of exactly the excavators and all that stuff, and like he went into a nice detail about it. So go ahead and check that out as well. give him a like, stop by him, help support him. Yeah, this. I hope I'm saying this right. If I'm saying it wrong, guys, just obviously let me know. The miasma, I think it is awesome, and of course now shade comes in perfectly for me here at certain points that I can go ahead and obviously disappear. I'm not. I gotta put that primary weapon away while I'm carrying this damn thing. Go ahead and call me a noob. I did not think about it. Oh, wrong way. When I did this. But it's actually kind of a good idea, a good thing that I did, because it just posed more of a challenge. I like to pose that challenge on myself all the time. I keep dropping power into their net excavator. Or the scanner, I should say. And of course, every time these excavators drop, the Grineer get a little more powerful. And the whole point of doing this was, again, I want to thank Endless22 and who that is. This was a random run, and you guys made it awesome. It just shows how sometimes just people can work together and run together. And it worked out really well because obviously I had Saryn, and I'm able to crowd control all these skates really quickly. We have Nova, and she's able to control all the Grineer pretty easily. And of course we have Frost that shows up in here. And he's able to protect the excavator for us. So it actually just, the three of us utilizing our AoEs properly together allowed us to just dominate through the mission. And I know a lot of people use Nova, and I know a lot of people use Frost. It's not like they're frames that are not used a lot, but Saryn's not used a lot. I would say actually Banshee would be really good in here as well. If you guys utilize Banshee, anyone utilizes Banshee, I think she's pretty good as well with her AoE. She would just raffle stomp these skates to, or I guess they're Desert Hellions this time around is what they're called. At least that was the description in the event mission information over on the Warframe channel. By the way, I think they're actually awesome this way around because they all just group around that excavator. And yeah, if you let them sit there too long, oh man, it's a bad thing. So some things that worked out pretty well here was there was actually a lot of energy balls that dropped on the ground, allowing us to utilize our AoEs. So that was a good thing. If not, we would have been stuck with just the energy siphon. And of course, luckily I was running energy siphon. Otherwise, it would have been even more difficult. And see, here's where Shade came in. Pretty handy. From time to time, Shade will just make me disappear. And that helps out a bit. But I'm sure, I mean, as we go through this, please feel free to leave comments, questions, anything like that. But like I said, yeah, it took me about 15 minutes just to come up with setting this up to a 697 conclave is what I came into, because it was I think the rating is up to 700 is what you could get out of this. So, and while they only did this one run or one event, and they set it up that you had to stay in it because it wasn't a cumulative, which is, I think, is awesome. It really pushes your limits to what you can do at a low conclave rating. It wasn't overly difficult in a grinding sense. But with that said, now that may change because this is only the second time we've really done tactical alerts. So the next time they may change that and maybe a little bit more difficult, because I think DE is just trying to work out, what's the what's the most fun without being too much grindy and making it difficult, but not something that is crazy that not everybody can do. I would say lower levels are definitely going to have more of a difficult time, and I think that lower level players will probably be able to work together easily to get to the 1,000 points. I don't know about the 2,000 points if you're all low level players, to be honest. But the Forma and Affinity boosters are by just at 500 and 1,000, and it's just the badge that's at 2,000 plus, or 2,000, and so that's the challenge for most of us that already have the original badge and want to get the slightly more complex badge. Again, we know this is only run until Tuesday, the 14th. And from things that I'm starting to see, I'm almost thinking that potentially, I'll hold me to it, next week could be update 15, or maybe the week later. So we'll see. I know that we're getting very close because we're starting to see more information about it. They're starting to talk about it. I am going to talk about it soon, and I gotta, obviously I'm going to have to start watching the dev streams and live stream recaps and all that stuff from all these update 15 things so I can start understanding better. We've got a lot of things that are changing in it when it does come out, so for me, able to make sure that I get you guys the most informative stuff, I need to make sure that I watch everything and know what's going on now that we are getting close enough. And I'll have to start prepping as well. Let me just grab some more ammo. I actually ran out. This thing just died. Blarp. Just disintegrated them. That's all. Ah man, I gotta tell you though, Saryn is so diverse. It's the first night that I started working on her again. Myself and Call Sign and Lax and Mr. Beauregard were all on Vent, and we were talking about it, and easily spent between the four of us, easily talked about it for, I would say, roughly 20 minutes. And everybody has their own way of doing things, so it was pretty cool. I should have actually just recorded it, but I didn't. But with that, it was easier for me because I hadn't run Saryn in so long to be able to start with a basic something and start honing her into my style, right? And I guess that's realistically what you talk about when you do build videos. You know, I post mine because you guys love me posting my build videos, and I know that I don't get a crap ton of views like others who that's all they do on their channels, and that's okay because I really just want to show you guys how I do it, and you guys really want to see how I do it, and it gives you an idea, and it puts ideas into your head as well on how you can make builds work for you. And that's why I do like watching a few other channels and their builds as well, because sometimes it gives me ideas that I never thought of. But I say only a few channels because for me, I've only found a few players that really put themselves in here and take the time to really learn the frames or weapons, and to try to be different. But that's just, you know, that's just my taste, my opinions. But yes, so I put her green. I'm calling her my poison ivy frame, if you will. That's why I made her green, and as you can see, even shade is green this time around. to fit in here. I mean, you know, she is a poison class, right? So why not poison ivy? You guys can laugh at me for that if you want. It's fine. I understand. I understand. Anyway, so we're cruising. We're at 1,000 now. Not bad. It is a bit of a challenge. With the 700 conclave and the fact that you're only picking up 200 cryotic at a time. You know, you've basically got to run 10 of these excavators to make this happen. So we just keep making sure that scanner is powered up. And from the looks of it, we're going back and forth to the same 2 locations. You know, just tell them here, I think we can run the 2,000 plus. I think we could do it. I think we've got a really good group. I tell you guys, I don't know. We're I still love this game. That's all I'm gonna say. Daily content, as always. I don't know. Almost 2 years of doing this now, and I just can't stop. And I just, you guys may laugh at me, but I actually go back and watch some of my videos. One, so I can see where I can improve on things in terms of like audio and video and stuff like that. But two, just to actually entertain myself. I am very entertained by my own stuff. If that seems crazy or weird, I don't know. I try to give you the best that I can at the times that I put them up. And I know that there are times that I've actually steered away from doing these longer gameplays, and the quality may not be as high on the longer gameplays as they are on the shorter videos, because obviously the length and size of the video would take me forever in some instances just to post the damn thing. If I posted these 30 and 45 and even an hour long runs with as high of a quality as I did with the shorter videos, you'd be talking 5, 6, shoot, almost 10 gigs at such a high quality just to upload, and it's just not going to happen. So the quality has to come down a little bit to be able to post these longer videos, so I do apologize for that, but I don't have the bandwidth for it, and so I don't have the time for it to take like 2 days just to upload. I know it wouldn't take 2 days, but you know, it would feel like it. I have no intentions of stopping. Excuse me. Sorry. Bringing out Warframe content anytime soon, as always. Even though we are bringing in, I wouldn't say we're bringing in different things. We haven't really changed anything, right? Because I'm always trying to do at least one Warframe video a day, at least trying. And trying as well to always post something else. So I do try for 2 videos if I can. Sometimes we get 1 video, sometimes obviously situations like emergencies where I gotta take my son to the dentist, or the ER happens with my daughter. That type of stuff will slow me up from things, but I do try to keep you guys entertained, as always. And I do appreciate everyone that watches my other content as well. It is extremely helpful to watch some of the other stuff. And I do appreciate the comments and the likes and everything. And you guys always trying to help me say, hey, I didn't like this or I didn't like that. You know, maybe improve this next time. Even on those other videos. Or I really liked it. It was really awesome. You know, I'm just trying to generally always improve everywhere and always entertain. We're going to drop out a Spectre here. This is my 4th Spectre. Alright, this is my Valkyr. And she's got Boltor Prime with her. Because now we're rocking into the harder part here. So the last 800 are going to be a pain in the ass. I realize that they just say they're 18 right now. But level 18 in here, their difficulty is extreme, if you will. They've made the difficulty higher, even though it's level 18. And the crowd is bigger and bigger and bigger. So as you can probably see, there's more of them spawning each time we do these excavations. So whether they're necessarily a higher level, no, but whether they're slightly more difficult because they're in more group situations, the groups are bigger and more difficult. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, crap. And right over I go. It becomes a little bit of a challenge. Especially when you're only running 3 players. You know, after you've... the way it works here, too, is you're in a public, and once you've done that first excavation, and you're able to actually exit, and nobody else can enter. So, we just happen to have... oh, he's got the Rhino out as well. A Rhino Spectre. We just happen to have me fall off the edge again. Yeah, once you've done that first excavation, if you don't have a full group, you're not going to ever have a full group. So it's a little more challenging. You just run it with 3. But we've got 2 Spectres out. It's always good to have Spectres. I've got a couple more. I have to build some more, obviously, because I've utilized a couple. I did those couple Spectre builds in the past. Build videos that kind of teach people how to do it. I actually have to go back and make some more. It's been a while since I've made some more. I don't know if I'll change the setups I have. I may change them a little bit. We'll see. But from time to time, it's good to have them with you. Because now technically we have 5 players. Even though the weapons and whatnot of the frames are all basic leveled, if you will. They're just based off of health and shield for their levels. Force Spectre being the 3rd level up. Cosmic being the only one above it. So you have Vapor, Phase, Forced, and then Cosmic in terms of their levels and shield capacity and whatnot. And I appreciate everybody sticking around that's still watching. I know a lot of people would leave. But I also know that when I started really coming into this channel, we had lots of you guys that loved these long videos. And I love making them. I do love showing them. Sometimes I feel like I get out of sync with myself when I'm not making these really long gameplay videos. But it's like I said, it's difficult because the size of the videos and the quality has to come down, and I really like to bring out the best quality I can, but I also like to show you guys that we're just here for fun. We're just in it to have fun. I mean, if you're not in it to have fun, then, you know, what's the point? And I think that you can lose yourself or burn yourself out from a game if you push too hard to consistently try to, you know, do things, or instead of just, let's just go have some fun. And while I do have some build videos and stuff to put together, they're not the main part of me. You know, obviously my detailed overviews of changes in the game, the event details that I do, those are what I really enjoy, and these straight ass gameplays. Just to show you guys the different things that you can do and that it can actually work, and it's fun. I'm here to show you fun. I'm so happy that they brought these excavations back. Let's see. I'll just tell them that they're going to be famous. So they didn't come in here knowing that they'd be on YouTube. So a little bit about the Tetra, if you're still sitting around. Tetra is kind of like the middle of the road in terms of this style of weapon. So you got the Dara and you got the Supra. I think the Tetra is kind of like the middle of the road one. And the easiest one to get a hold of. 1800, here we go. Let's go for the last 2 more excavators to go. Loving this miasma. But again, I got lucky. Otherwise, I would have had to change around something a little bit more had my Saryn be a higher level. I think what I probably would have done would be lowered my vitality card a little bit more. Ah, crap. Here we go again. And noob that up, as always. Just killed everybody. Just kill them all. We'll squirt and drop. Yeah, we'll call it squirt and drop. Remember, I can't do anything because I have no secondary here. I just got to go with the flow. All right, here we go to 2000. This is going to get difficult. I personally think that DE got it right with this one. The Conclave was set lower than in the past. Well, it was kind of set in the middle, right? Because the first time we did the event, we had like 1,000 Conclave, then 700, then 500. So they did the middle Conclave setup for this one, which I think is great. And they force you to stay in the mission the whole time to get that full points, which I think is great. I will definitely run a couple more of these over the weekend. I know there's a couple guys in the clan that got to get through it. I know a couple guys that are away in the clan as well, so it'll be some grinding Monday night to get this done a few times. Speaking of the clan, we've gotten new members and we're going and growing as always. Very active. Still have some open slots right now. $200 cryotic. Here we go. So just one more we need, I think, just to solidify our 2,000 points, if you will. Let me just hang out here for a second. One more. One more. I'm slow, guys. I'm slow. I'm old. Okay? So I don't type as fast as you guys do, which is why I don't respond to people when they send me messages and I'm in the middle of a mission. Here we go. And hello? I'm the only one over here. Oh my god. Oh no, here he comes. I need some extra health on this one. It's just me and Endless. Who that is, looks like he has left us and is probably sitting over at the end. Oh man, we really could have used Frosty on this last run. But that's okay, we're going to get enough Cryotic out of this to have passed our mark. So, yeah, Endless, awesome for sticking with me. And he's only a rank 9, it looks like. Power to the player, that is for sure. Technically there's 4 of us because we both have our Spectres out. And you guys know that I haven't really spent a lot of time with just randomly jumping in missions for people that are on my friends list and whatnot. And I'm going to try to, from time to time, just randomly jump in on things again like I used to. So, you never know when I'm going to show up in those missions with you. It's destroyed. Well, we got 2176, not bad. I got it. I'm going to die. There we go. There was no way out of that. Death. Okay, so that's a Valkyr with the Bolthor Prime and the Nami Skyla. That's what that one is, as you can see. Oh, and the Brack. Which she never utilizes anyway, but... Alright, let me hit my revive. Hey, it's gonna happen, you know? You're gonna die. That's the realities of things. People die in the game. I don't get upset about it. I don't really care. It happens. That's why they give you extra lives. We can't all be perfect all the time. Right now, just gotta run to get the hell out of here. Well, hopefully you guys did enjoy it. As always, comments, questions, let me know what your thoughts are. Like, subscribe, share the content. Please do share it with your friends. Oh, 912. Awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode.